a big hit on him, and he just jumped off the ground and hit a strike.
And we needed to see that pressure last time. We hadn't seen that for a few of his drop back passes. So it's good to see some pressure coming again.
Most teams will run a little dive play on this first down, try to get their yardage in a spread offense like this. Milton likes that, just that quick hitter sideline pass.
Now they're speeding things up, a little bit of no huddle. Guys are reading the wristbands out here. Trips left.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. No. Very close to a first down, but Sauk Prairie gets a pile of players there defensively, and they're probably going to have to measure if they put it where
he's measuring his left foot. He gave him it. He just gave him it.
Yeah.
And that's a hard one to call, you know, but he's definitely giving him a first down.
First down, Nathan.
Yeah. You have to just trust the line on that.
Yep.
I mean, you could bring it out and measure it, and it probably wouldn't be a first down, or it might be a first down by a yard, but
it's supposed to be.
Yes.
So you go with it. You never know how exactly true the lines are. But
Milton Redhawks at the 50-yard line. They put together 20 yards of a drive so far, and it is 1st and 10 from the 50 as they try to answer Sauk Prairie's. There's some movement. That'll be a 5-yard penalty on Milton, who has just had a bunch of penalties tonight.
At times too. So along with Coach Horn this year, some other new coaches, or changes a little bit in the staff. The new special teams coach, Joe Marks, who is formerly the head coach over at Wisconsin Heights, comes over this year to Sauk Prairie, his alma mater, and is the special teams coordinator on the varsity.
And here we're going Big Sky. Ball's up. We got number 9 back there. He got himself turned around. And that will be a 55-yard scoring strike from Nathan Hammond. And I didn't see the receiver on that.
Looking for somebody getting tapped on the head a lot.
But we,
not seeing it yet.
That's what we talked about, that zone pass. Just throw it down the field. Your receiver is going to run under it.
Eric, he turned a little early on that. He kind of left his man.
Thought he had pretty good position, but
there isn't a lot of high school kids though throwing the ball 50, 55 yards in the air. You know, usually you see that thing go up like that, and it's
right. It wasn't a 55-yard scoring pass. That was 10-yard pass and 40-yard run. This was 55 yards in the air, caught on the goal line.
Yeah, and that had air under it. I mean, that looked like a jump ball pass you'd throw from the 20 yards out maybe to your 6'5" guy.
He had him up in the lights.
That ball carried more like a spiraling punt. But that's something I'm sure they practice every night, and it's hard to mimic. You know, and Brody is the option guy. He's not the big, strong-armed, going to throw it 55 yards.
Milton now half the distance to the goal line. Milton will bring in their offense. Probably a good decision here. That'll field goal will put them ahead if they score on this 2-point conversion. Sauk Prairie running some players on.
We're going to have to use a timeout again.
Yeah, and there's going to be a penalty, and they can decline it and get the 2 points.
Yeah.
2-point conversion is good. There are flags on the field.
And quick recognition. Not sure we saw the quarterback coming on the field in that exchange. We got there late. Coach Horn not pleased with that.
Not happy with the kids' focus there. They got to pay attention when you see them changing from kicking
to an offense.
And you're not the normal defense. You should be prepared to get your tail out of the game and get back to the sideline. And just wasn't clicking. Again, first night. And stuff happens.
And there again, when you see that initial penalty and you know it's going to be half the distance, immediately sideline and players on the field should be looking for, are they going for 2?
Yeah, everybody's got to be talking, paying attention. And this is, special teams. That's
Now-
not something they get to do in the scrimmage. Last week's scrimmage, you get to run offense, defense, but they don't do anything on special teams. That's just, it's practice night.
Okay, so they'll mark off the 5-yard penalty. They get the 2 points. They mark off the 5-yard penalty on the kick. And the senior kickers had a pretty good kicking night, so that might almost take them to the end zone.
They need to back Kenny up.
Yeah.
He's been catching
kicking
the ball at the 10 or 12 already, and he's still standing at the 10.
Kyle Martinelli has done a pretty good job here getting it down inside the 10-yard line, and he's got 5 extra yards here.
And you always
There's
have a
a kick
little bit more in you when you know
carry. Yeah.
you know you got the,
You got that.
the 5 yards. You always kick it a little harder, I think.
So that kickoff will no return for Sauk Prairie. They will start on the 20-yard line as Martinelli kicks it out of the end zone. He doesn't kick it real high. He's, he looks like a field goal kicker. He got a pretty good soccer twist on it.
That one he
on
just
that
was drilling. The first couple,
his extra point didn't look very good.
Yeah.
Sauk Prairie will start up at their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 as Sauk Prairie leads this contest 17-15. As Nathan Hammond connected for a 55-yard touchdown pass just moments ago. 2-point conversion was good. And we're just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Sauk Prairie leads this 17-15. Dan Brennan wide right. 2 backs. Little inside trap to Kenny McNeil.
Again.
And they get him stood up. And Kenny keeps on digging. And
Flag came in real late. I didn't see a face mask, but again, normally you see something down there like that. Brody isn't too happy.
Personal foul, face mask.
That's what they did get.
And when you're standing there chugging along like Kenny does for so long, somebody's bound to get in there and grab you.
Yeah.
They're grabbing anything to pull that horse down.
And he carries the ball pretty high too when he finally does get it tucked away.
Yep.
And so a lot of the guys, the second, third, fourth guy into that pile are taught to go after that ball. And Kenny keeps it up pretty high. And they're going to slide off now and again or go right to the face mask. So pick up an extra 15 yards in high school football for that face mask.
And again, you got to be frustrated on the sideline if you're the Milton coaches and you make a stop on a kid like Kenny McNeil, and then you get a face mask 15 yards and Sauk Prairie's moving again. 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Brody Stitchin under center. Kenny McNeil at the fullback. Brendan Coy at the tailback. Little option inside. Stitchin's going to keep it this time, and he will push his way. Nice job twisting and working his way down there. And
he just followed Kenny that time. Instead of pulling out and going around the outside, he used Kenny as that lead block, and he just tucked right in behind Kenny and snuck through the line, picked up 5 yards, a real nice first down run.
Holy cow, you see that number 22 right in the middle here?